Hello everyone, rudyxx here to talk today about another game that's part of the RPGalooza series, Final Fantasy I. So let me start off with a bit of my history with Final Fantasy I. When I was a kid, I rented the game and couldn't figure out literally anything. I remember we actually returned it the same day we rented it because it was the most confusing experience of my life. Fast forward a few years, after I'd grown older and wiser, and also way more used to how RPGs work, to when I found the game at a pawn shop for a measly $10. I tried yet again to play the game using a guide, and instead of being confused, I was just frustrated. It took literally forever to do anything in the game, and I was just not having any fun. So, over the years, I've made a few attempts to get through various versions of the game, but after having watched my friend Rename speedrun the PSP version a few times, I figured maybe if I just played through the game using the speedrun route, I could actually get through it. And I did. And it really wasn't that bad. Now, I don't particularly care for open world games with no general direction. I really need someone to hold my hand and tell me where my next destination is, or I get incredibly lost and bored and eventually give up. And having someone hold my hand through the game is exactly what I needed to get through this. Knowing where to go and what to do made this journey a heck of a lot better than any other attempt I'd made through this game. So we've heard about my obvious issues with the game, but is there anything I really enjoyed about it? Not really. There are some changes they made in this version over other versions that made this a lot more tolerable, and that I am very thankful for. Things like actually having MP instead of magic charges was a nice change, as well as the auto-targeting system whenever you kill an enemy. This version was definitely a lot less sufferable than the other versions, but it still really didn't do much for me. The story was pretty bland, and the direction of events seemed incredibly random. I realize that NPCs in towns will give hints on what you should be doing, but the manner in which they are generally presented is somewhat agitating. Overall, this experience was better than the last ones I've had with it, but it wasn't enough for me to give the game anything higher than a 1 out of 5 for RPGalooza. I've got a bunch of friends that really love this game in every form it's ever been made, and it's done well enough over the years that they remade it several times. So I know it's not a bad game by any means, but for my taste, it left me a bit sour in the end. Had it not been a successful game back in the day, I don't think there would be any other ones nowadays to have shaped who I am to this very day. So despite the fact that I don't like the game in general, I do like what it has done for my life. And with that, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed my review of Final Fantasy I. If you'd like to keep up with the RPGalooza series, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And for those of you into live streams, if you'd like to follow along in my adventures live, feel free to give me a follow at twitch.tv/rudyxx. And until next time, happy gaming, everyone!